If I'm honest, I would have to say my mother. I would, that kind of obstacle, she would probably be one of the hardest trials I've ever had to deal with. We were able to discover that she suffered big time from Alzheimer's, but it affected her personality and her attitude towards me in particular. I was her only daughter. Came down to just my personal gut feeling, an answer to prayer, just praying and praying and praying and praying to be able to cope with it and be able to get over it, and to not have it be me hating her, not have it be me responding in kind, but to consider the source and let it go. And the letting it go has been the most difficult. But I think I've finally reached a point where it still haunts me that I couldn't help her, but it's not with so much guilt and hurt and pain. And that's taken a long time to get to. One of the things that I wanted more than anything, wanted to accomplish more than anything, was to let my family know that I loved them. I started a game with them when they were very, very little, and the only argument that we ever allowed in our home, never allowed anyone to fight. We didn't fight. We weren't unkind. We weren't, and we had to work at that, but was that we would argue at night who loved who the most, and they would go to sleep yelling, "I do," down the hall. "No, I do. No, I do." Even down through our grandkids say, "I do," and it means I love you the most. And I did it on purpose so that when my kids went to high school and reached that age where you couldn't be mushy and hug them, all I had to do was say, "I do." And all of their friends picked it up. They would all say, "I do." I never knew whether my father loved me, even liked me, my whole life. I never knew. I never heard him say. With my mother, I never knew. With my brothers, I never knew. And it was so important to me. So we developed I do. To be able to help others and to have the ability to teach and help others is a blessing that I know that I have, and an ability that I know that I have. And it's a talent that's in my DNA that has gone on through the family, that I can see it in my kids. I can see their ability to teach and speak and reach out, and it's something that they've grown up with because I've done it all their life. Probably not being afraid to let others know that you care. And I have a very, very weak concrete water barrier behind my eyes, and I cry a lot. I cry when I'm really happy, and I cry when I'm really sad. And my emotions run very, very close to the surface. And that's okay. And I learned some really hard lessons that way, especially dealing with the television world and dealing with, I don't want to say popularity, being well known, put it that way. That you have to be you, and being you is okay. Heavenly Father created you, and you are okay. In spite of your limitations, you're okay. You still keep learning and growing and accepting and that whole 9 yards. I hate that. Because I couldn't stand being apart from my family, my kids. I just want them to do what they need to do to be part of my life forever. I can't imagine being without my family.